Hi, I'm Jeff.
Hi, I'm Hanny.
Welcome to part 1 of this month's Stories and Fables. This month's lesson is called The Paradise of Children. Hanny?
Yes?
I like the title of this story. It sounds like we'll be talking about a paradise.
Wow.
Now, a paradise, it's a good place. A paradise is a good place. In fact, a paradise is an almost perfect place.
Right. The paradise we'll be talking about is a paradise for children or for kids. What does this mean exactly? Well, we'll learn about that as we read this month's lesson.
Right, but there is something I have to mention, though. This paradise, it's not going to last. Over the course of our lesson, many things will happen, and some of them are not going to be good.
You're right. By the end of this month's lesson, this paradise of children will no longer exist.
It's sad, but true. Anyway, let's start reading.
Great idea. First, we'll go over today's vocabulary, then we'll come back and begin reading from our lesson. 好，这个月要读的故事叫做《孩子们的乐园》。在很久很久以前，孩子们住在一个没有危险、没有烦恼的世界，每个人都很开心。那故事的主角 Epimetheus 伊庇米修斯，他就住在那里。来看单字 danger， 它表示危险，是个名词。例如 ，If you drink and drive, you will be putting yourself and other people in danger. If you drink and drive,You will be putting yourself and other people in danger. 如果你酒驾，就会把自己和其他人置于危险之中了。好，那故事接着写到，有一天 ，Mercury 莫丘利这位神呢，他带了一个巨大的盒子给伊庇米修斯，要他好好保管。那伊庇米修斯就承诺说，绝对不会把盒子打开，所以他也不知道里面装了什么。那不久之后，那位神又为他带来一位朋友兼助手。好，这边有3个单字。Great 是形容词，用来形容巨大的、极大的，像是 breakups can cause great pain. Breakups can cause great pain. 分手可能会造成极大的痛苦。下一个单字 hold 在课文里面是当动词，它表示装、容纳的意思。那么动词三态是 hold, held. 例如 The meeting room can hold 60 people.The meeting room can hold 60 people. 那间会议室可以容纳60个人。最后一个单字 help 是帮忙协助，后面加上 er 变成 helper， 那就是助手、帮手咯。那它是名词。例如 Chloe is her mom's little helper when she bakes.Chloe is her mom's little helper when she bakes. 当妈妈要烤糕点要烘焙的时候 ，Chloe 就是妈妈的小助手。好，那现在看完单字例句，我们来读课文吧。
Long ago, children lived in a world without danger or trouble. There were also no parents, clothes, or work. It was paradise, and everyone was happy. Epimetheus lived there.One day, the god Mercury brought him a great box and told him to keep it safe. Epimetheus didn't know what it held because he made a promise to never open it.
Explanation 1.
Welcome back to our Stories and Fables lesson. In case anyone has forgotten, the title of this month's story or fable, or myth, is The Paradise of Children, The Paradise of Children.
好，今天要读的故事叫做 The Paradise of Children， 孩子们的乐园。那么 Paradise 它就有乐园、天堂的意思。Okay, now let's begin reading this Paradise of Children. Long ago, our story begins. Children lived in a world without danger or trouble.Hey, that sounds pretty good to me.
Oh, yeah, the paradise in our story was truly great. It was truly a paradise. There was no danger and no trouble there. And that's not all either.
Right. There were also no parents, clothes, or work.
Holy moly, no danger, no trouble, no parents, no work, no clothes. This place doesn't sound like a paradise for children only. It sounds like it's a paradise for pretty much everybody.
Very funny. But one way or another, this place was great. It was paradise and everyone was happy.
Okay, let's go ahead and learn about one of the people who lived in this paradise. The next line of our story tells us that Epimetheus lived there.
Epimetheus.
Epimetheus.
That's definitely a Greek name. Also, next we're going to learn about a Greek god.
Right. One day, says our story, the god Mercury brought him a great box and told him to keep it safe. Okay, so let me see if I've got this right. Mercury brought Epimetheus a box. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm right. What do you think, Teacher Daphne?
大家好，我是 Daphne。今天的第一则文法是 A brings B 加名词，意思是 A 带点点点给 B。Bring 是授予动词，意思是带来。三态是 bring, brought, brought。使用时后方要接两个受词，一个受词是人，也就是 B； 一个受词是东西，也就是名词。如果先接人当受词，句型是 A brings B 加名词。例如 The witch brought Snow White an apple. 巫婆带了一颗苹果给白雪公主。如果先接东西当受词，句型是 A brings 加名词加 to be。例如 Newt brought a cup of tea to Tina.Newt 带给 Tina 一杯茶。
Thank you, Teacher Daphne. Okay, back to our story. We've got Mercury, a paradise, Epimetheus, and a box from Mercury, and a command from Mercury to Epimetheus to keep this box safe.
Now, there are a lot of pieces to the story. I know.
Right. And there's one other thing you should know. Epimetheus didn't know what the box held because he made a promise to never open it.
Got it. Got it again. Anyway, it's almost time to take a break. First, though, we need to hear from Teacher Daphne once again.
第二则文法是 make a promise to 加原形动词，意思是承诺做某事。Make 是及物动词，意思是做。三态是 make, made, made。Promise 是名词，意思是允诺、保证。后方要用不定词 to be 来保证会做的事情。我们来看个例句 Veronica made a promise to visit her grandmother once a month. Veronica 承诺每个月会去看一次祖母。
And we're back, but not for long. You see, with that, it's time to take a break.
Correctamundo. But don't go away, folks. We'll be back soon.
Shortly after, Mercury brought Epimetheus a friend and helper. Her name was Pandora. When she saw the box, she was very curious. She also wouldn't stop asking about it.
Explanation 2.
Welcome back, everyone. Today, we are reading from part 1 of The Paradise of Children. Before the break, we read about Epimetheus. Good old Epimetheus. Epimetheus lived in the paradise of children.
Right. One day, a god named Mercury brought him a box.
A big box.
Yeah, Mercury said, "Keep this safe, Epimetheus." Now, Epimetheus didn't know what was in the box because he promised not to open it.
Scout's honor, Mercury, sir. I won't
Open up that box, sir. So there you go. We're all caught up. Now we have to figure out what happens next. Now, shortly after Mercury's visit, Mercury brought Epimetheus a friend and helper. What a guy that Mercury guy is. What a god.
That sounds like it was a nice thing to do on Mercury's part.
Mercury the god.
Yeah.
Great guy.
What do you think, Teacher Daphne?
第三则文法是 shortly after， 意思是不久后，是时间副词片语，可以放在句子的开头或者是结尾。其中 shortly 是副词，意思是立刻、马上。After 也是副词，意思是后来。我们来看个例句 ：The fireworks began at 9 and we arrived shortly after。烟火9点开始，开始不久我们就到了。
Thank you, Teacher Daphne. Okay, let's learn some more about this friend and helper that Mercury, the god guy, brought to Epimetheus.
Okay, her name, we learned, was Pandora.
Uh-oh. I've heard this name before. I've also heard of Pandora's box. It's not a good thing. Trust me.
That's true, but we need to read this story for ourselves. Don't give anything away, Jeff. Anyways, as for Pandora...
When she saw the box, she was very curious. She also wouldn't stop asking about it. Hey, Epimetheus, what's in the box? Did you open the box? Is the box, like, is it heavy? Is it light? Tell me more about the box. Anyways, she wouldn't stop asking about it. So, I've got to say this one last thing. Something bad is going to happen. Some bad things are going to happen. Someone curious is going to open that box. Okay.
Okay, folks, with that, today's lesson is now finished. But don't go away. Parts 2 and 3 of The Paradise of Children are coming up soon. 休息一下，马上回来哦。
The Paradise of Children. Long ago, children lived in a world without danger or trouble. There were also no parents, clothes, or work. It was paradise, and everyone was happy. Epimetheus lived there. One day, the god Mercury brought him a great box and told him to keep it safe. Epimetheus didn't know what it held because he made a promise to never open it. Shortly after, Mercury brought Epimetheus a friend and helper. Her name was Pandora. When she saw the box, she was very curious. She also wouldn't stop asking about it.
In the 17th century, people began mining in Taiwan. They mined for many things, but the most valuable one was gold. The largest amount of gold was high in the mountains in the north. During the Japanese occupation, a mine was set up there. They dug many tunnels and built many buildings. Today, many still stand, and the whole area is a museum. At the Gold Museum, visitors can learn about mining life. They can see where miners lived and worked. They can also learn more about the unique environment in the area. The museum has fun activities too. People can pan for real gold. They can keep what they find. Then they can touch a 220-kilogram bar of gold. It is one of the most popular things in the museum.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny， 欢迎收看我们1分钟的单元。在这1分钟的时间里面，我们要来复习4个单字，还会造句练习。同学们，您都准备好了没？好，1分钟计时开始。第一个单字是指危险，如果是形容词危险的，我们会叫做 dangerous。那我们这边是要讲它的名词，叫做 danger 危险。The Dead Sea is in danger of disappearing. 死海正在面临消失的危机。第二单字是形容巨大的、极大的、非常大，或是也可以形容是很棒的，它叫做 great。我们用大这个意思来造句。The album was a great success. 那张专辑大成功。好，第三个单字呢，它是可以当动词来表达是装东西、容纳的意思，它叫做 hold。动词3态是 hold, held. The stadium can hold 15,000 people。这一座体育场它可以容纳15000人。第4个单字呢是指助手、帮手。我们知道帮助是 help， 后面加 er 变成 helper 就是助手、帮手。She is a good helper， 她是个好帮手。好，太好啦！我们轻轻松松就1分钟之内复习完单字，也造完例句喽。同学表现很棒诶，记得要多多复习哦。我们下次见，拜拜。
See you next time.